There we go. Okay. We should be good. Ah! Hang on. Whoa. Okay. Well, I apparently have my own stream audio on my preview to make sure everything's going good, but apparently I got an ad. Sorry about that. Well, I guess you might not have seen it either, if you were also watching the ad. Anyway, welcome. It's good to be back. It's good to do something a little different, which is weird to say, because this is what I, usually would start out with, what I started off doing, so, it's good to get back to normal then, I suppose. Well, how you guys doing? Let's see. I'm gonna learn my lesson and not type the exclamation mark command before I turn off my hotkeys. That'll switch all the views. So we should be good to go though. Welcome me. I know this will be more pony related, I suppose. Than you're probably what you're used to. But it should still be fun, entertaining, whatever you want to say, either way. So, yeah, let's hop right in. I think it'll be fine. Hope the water's fine for you. Yeah, I think we're just kind of in a transitional kind of like, I had a rough kind of last week, and now this week actually went pretty smooth sailing, I would say. Otherwise, I think we're good to go. Let me move this over here, and we'll get started. Boop boop. So welcome. I'm back with my trusty tablet and everything, so I can actually wave to you guys now. I actually have an open arm to be able to say whoa, whoa to you guys. Start this music. Okay. Let's see. I want to do one more thing, actually. Boop. There we go. Okay. Now, remind myself that I turned off my hotkeys. That'll switch to views. All the scenes, so I'll have to turn that back on. Later on to go to toaster time. Now, let's see if this works. Again, I did have some trouble. I did set up some what I wanted to be super chat. Oh, good. What I wanted to be super chat stuff with the commands, but I had some trouble. Like, I just went ahead and just animated a whole bunch of stuff, and then I looked at the Sammy controls, and I was like, oh, the YouTube chat messages little widget and how you make it and program it doesn't translate one-to-one with the super chat. So it was like it wanted like a number of like, oh, if you do $1 to $5, it'll do this command, or change it to be like, oh, $1 to $2, but if you do 3 to 4, it'll do this. And I was like, that's not what I want. I just wanted, like, if you type in the message of the command, then it'll do that one. Then I'll like actually set up price tags for each tier, I guess, for each of them. So anyway, so there are no super chats set up then. They will just be the just regular old type in a chat. So there are no super chats, but I animated one, so I'll just let you just play with that. Will be the stilt guy. So I worked hard last night to animate that, and then this morning I was like, oh, I'll just set it up and it should work, right? And then not exactly. So but yeah. Oh well. Yeah, anyway, let's get into here. I'm gonna click one more button. There we go. Okay, I think I am set up. Let's see, who's this freak? This is Sunny Star Scout. Let's see, in case you G4 purists don't know who this pony is. I want to do a Mother's Day video. Let's move that out of the way so it's not clipping her face. So this is somewhat spoilers for one of the more recent episodes that came out last week or so. I was like, I wanted to do a Mother's Day video anyway, but it's like I don't know any other mothers really to really add on to all the lore and stuff of what I haven't done in the past. So thankfully, G5 delivered and gave us beautiful new horse mom. I tried to look up the wiki and it just like Sunny's mom. I couldn't find a name for her. But that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna use small Sunny. I'll change her hair back. And there's a whole lore thing of whether or not it works, whether or not Sunny's hair can be rainbow as baby. If like when she gets alicorn power, does she get rainbow hair afterward? Like she doesn't have it in the rest of the movie, but then like she gets it at the end. So how does she have baby with rainbow hair? So it's like the timeline isn't making much sense. Welcome, Ishmael. Let's see. Yo. So I'm gonna go ahead with having the rainbow hair just to be more, I guess, okay, but if people start questioning it, it's like, well, look at it, that's what this is from the show. That's how they did it. But anyway, let's see. I think I want to make a quick sketch of the storyboard just so we can have a more clear idea of what I want. So let me get rid of that, and I'll go to my storyboard. This is kind of getting a little messy. I just made this literally this morning as well. So in addition to trying to set up the super chats, which do not work, I also have to set this up and give Sunny's puppet some little more controls than I wanted. Let's see. I haven't really warmed up too much. Let me just make a nice circle or something to get those. You gotta use your whole arm to, it's not like your wrist. You can't really see my wrist. But instead of just using my wrist and go, oh, whoa. It's like, I gotta use my whole arm. Even if it's a small circle, it's like whole arm circle. Okay. Let me get a color. I get this and just slightly up and call this storyboard. Storyboard color. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, that was with the comments last time. It apparently just bugged out last time where it was working for like a minute, and I was like, cool. The chat's working last week, and then I must have just tipped it too much or something. And that it kind of broke, and then I didn't have enough time to like completely figure it out of like going through like every single scenario of like, huh, that's kind of weird, why is that not working? So it broke like 5 minutes before the stream, where like I wanted to like reset it or something, like I set it up and then it was not working, and I was like, oh, huh. So trying to spend, next half hour, the stream would have been 3 hours anyway, so it's like, I don't want to also figure out why the chat's not working, so, yeah. I'm gonna not let that slide. Too bad my moderator is not here, but thankfully it's being held for review. That's interesting. Beep. Here we go. Slap on the wrist. Do not do that again, please. Okay. Okay. That's what I want. Let's make a circle. It's supposed to be the telescope. Let's see. Okay. Oh, we're just taking advantage because like all the chat messages will now be permanently on the stream. I get you. Hey Jed, I'm working on a Mother's Day video. It'll probably just be a short. I was even planning this to even just be like a GIF of something, but then it kept getting larger in scale, and I was like, oh, whoops. So, wanted to still be like a one shot. Let's see. I can draw Sunny here. There we go. And now, Sunny, mom. Actually, she's looking this way. I had all these pictures to face her this way, but I guess I had to now. Ugh. In my mind, flipper. Actually, I could just kind of flip her. Just kind of take this and then go flip, and then just kind of have her like have them both kind of look up, I guess. This will be like on the at the house, and then they're like looking into the sky and everything. Let's see. Oh. Trying to get it around the sensor there. We'll just get a go ahead and see if what I can do. I'm gonna put you in timeout for, what do you want, 5 or 10 minutes? I'm gonna do 5 minutes. I can't see my OK button. There it is. Boop. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Just want to draw her so I can get her little swoop to go left a ways. Okay. She got little earrings, which is fun. Okay. So, let's see. I think it's a sketch that looks pretty good just to get going. Maybe I should put her head inside of the frame. Let's get that. Or just make her smaller just in general. Still too big. Stick everything. It's gonna get a little tricky trying to actually place this inside of the frame now. Hopefully I can get this. Might have to get her closer. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. Let's take Sunny. There we go. Just trying to get this. Probably want our eyes to be closer to this little spot there. That's probably good. Anyway, don't have to worry about that too much. Exactness, because these are not going to be on model of this picture. But just to get a general of that, let's do. So I got Sunny. I want to. Wow. Take her. So I could just kind of put her there. Kind of scale her down. It's in the pictures. She's like tiny. So I make the telescope maybe a little larger. Boo, 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 boo. I mean, it still has to work with Mama Horse. Yeah, it could be a little larger. Okay. It's kind of the focal point anyway, so we probably want that to be a little large anyway. Yeah. She's just so happy. It's always hard to do with like, how do you like really characterize or really make baby characters, because like how much sentience or consciousness do you want to like give them? Like I always think about that, and I was like, well, should they be like, oh, I understand what you're saying, father, yes, of course, or is it like, whoa, that's happening and I'm just going whoa bleh, the whole time, you know? And it's like, okay. Okay, I'm just reorganizing that, and I want to do to make a mother. That's right. Let's do that. It's a little tricky in Toon Boom. With Flash, it's actually a little easier in some ways to create a copy of a character. So I'm literally just gonna duplicate the Sunny here that I have, and then change her colors, and then just make her bigger, and then that's kind of it. So I do have everything kind of rigged inside of this, well, moderately. I have to actually add all these little functions here, these little bubbles, to kind of jimmy all this stuff around. All these little dots are just kind of like these. They're programmed to like talk to a parent. Like this is a child that just kind of says like, oh, okay, I'm gonna talk to this Sunny Eye Master peg, and that moves both eyes because it's talking to this eye, which is this one, and then this eye, which is this one. And so if I have this controller talk to this, then it moves both eyes. I could have just clicked on this, but sometimes when you're just really animating, or you're just like only being in here, it's like I want to click on both eyes, or like you want to select both, but then you're actually doing the drawing parts instead of the pegs. That's a whole nother issue thing where you gotta actually animate on pegs instead of drawing layers. So sometimes you have to like click it and then go up a hierarchy, which is the hotkey on my computer, to be able to get to the peg part. But then if I go higher up the hierarchy, I have to like click it again to be able to get to both eyes to be able to move them. So sometimes it gets like really more, like with some other parts where it gets really more complicated, especially if I want to move the head, of how many pieces are all making up the head. If I want to move this all at the same time or rotate the head, you can't just like select each part and be like, oh, okay, and then like, oh, I have to like go to each part and be like, okay, well, here's the ear part and here's the peg part of that. Like, how do I select the other ear part? So it gets really more complicated when you try to move like the head. So be able to have a where am I going? Wait, where's my wait, what the? Oh, I was closed everything. That was my drawing layer. Here's my node. Everything's connected to, that was just the eyeballs. Here's the actual head. So the head is talking to every single part of the facial stuff. I was just inside of the eyes. So here's the head, and then I can have this block talk to the head, and so I can click on this block and then move the head independently like that, all together as a group. Anyway, welcome. Welcome, Ice Swimmer. That's a cool name. Trying to sing, it's really cool. Thank you. This is, well, the software is Toon Boom Harmony. This is how I make most of my newer cartoons, at least the more recent shorts and stuff. I've also been using it for Midnight Mares a little bit. So I have like some Midnight Mare characters in here. Let's see if I can find like a Daybreak and show her. Oh, somebody's a little broken. But yeah, this is got the full rig of Daybreak inside of here as well. See your little spin arounds and all our mouth syncs. But everything else as well. All these other characters I made, that's just like, it's a little easier just to make it so that they're all inside of here. Flutterbat. But whenever I need a character or something, like, oh, I need, you know, Izzy, I could just literally just bring her up and then animate her. And if she has a rig, then it's really easy just to really just animate with her. Anyway, I do not have one for Miss Sunny's mom yet, so I'll have to create that right now. So let's see. I need to basically select everything from here. Actually, that's for changing the text. That's right. I need to. I think I could literally say copy, Control C, and then paste special. Let's see. Yeah, Flutterbat. I used her in one video there when I was doing the pony life animations. There's one that's important. Create new columns is the important one, so they're not. Otherwise, it'll just be a clone that if I animate one Sunny, but then I change. If I animate the one Sunny, then the other Sunny would also move ahead. So if I make new columns, then it should make sure that they, creates new independent functions and drawings. Yeah, if disabled, new layers and nodes will share common functions and drawings. So, yeah, that's where it needs to be. Beep. Now I got Sunny. Bap! Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna have one that was like, I animated it where like I have like 5 muffins shoot at me, and then like the last one being like 3 times bigger and like going boom. But I'll have to figure that out with the super chats to figure out if there's a better way than just having it be. It's right then it would just be like a tier system, being like, oh well. Oh, this is a bit confusing. I have to like add mom because I don't have a name. I have to like look at a wiki again because I want to look at a wiki to see if there is a name for Sunny's mom. So I'll just have to call her. It's like the Sonic, not Sonic Adventure X, but like the Sonic X anime. It's the creamed rabbit in vanilla. Cream is like the daughter of vanilla, but like the house sign name is the house of Cream's mom. It's like it's not Vanilla's house, it's the house of Cream's mom. P. That'll do it. Looks like Scratch website size special more advanced. I would say if you use the name like any other program and say, well, it's just like that but more advanced, then you're probably more right. Yeah. It's Toon Boom is very, it's got everything. It's very nice to have like just about anything you would need. Well, if you need to make a movie or anything like that. So very nice. She big. No. Didn't consider that. Let's make her. Apparently, if she needs to be smaller than the there, I probably need to make her. Her name is Sunny's mom. Oh no. Yeah, we'll change it eventually. I just need to get my scale going on here. When it renders, it'll look like that. Okay. Think I need to make her head slightly smaller to change the proportions a little. Let's see. Oh yeah, where did my things go? Is that not gonna work? Okay. Let's make her head slightly smaller. That's probably not gonna work. Because as you get older, your head gets a little smaller compared to your body. So I'm just gonna add that in. Okay. I don't think I've used Scratch, but I definitely have done like full-on like Python scripting for. Oh, where did that come from? I have another palette in here. Let's get rid of that. What was I saying? Let's see. Oh, I've done full JavaScript or Python for my Sunny's Dream game. Let's go smom. And then now I got colors. So now I can recolor it to be these colors. And I'm going to choose which one has best colors. Probably this one. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So what I'll do is... No? Okay. Is that what I want to do? Actually... Oh, we could do it a different way, actually. Instead of trying to, like... Because I was going to make, like... I had to, like, make an entire palette. I had to, like, recreate this entire color palette. I haven't done this in a while, so I think I want to instead do it a different way. So I'm going to delete it, and then go to Sunny Philly. And then I'm going to go... just do a color override node. In between, before it goes out, do a color override. Which can do a couple of different things, so it's not just for overriding. Like, you can just do some other fun stuff. But I think it only works when it's rendered. We'll see. I want to take Sunny Philly's colors. So we're going to take all the colors from Sunny Philly, and we're going to get it into this box to... Oh yeah, see, we could do either individual color overrides or render selected colors only. Render selected colors only is actually pretty useful. Let's see. Did that... Oh, there we go. It's not usually supposed to close on its own. Okay. So what I want is, let's just do the biggest change, which would be the coat color. So we're going to change from Sunny Philly coat, take this color, and give it a new RGBA, and we're going to call this color that. Beep. So now, new big Sunny is now being recolored to be Sunny Mom base coat color. And yeah, but because it's only being affected onto just Sunny's Mom's folder here, it should only affect that. So that's why it doesn't do both, is because that color override is literally just being affected onto the one character's puppet. So it's a little tricky, but it works. So I gotta slowly go through and recolor a whole bunch of this stuff and see what else I need to change. Let's see, white, vector, black, hoof. Welcome, Cookie. Slowly recoloring Sunny's mom. I don't think she has a name, so it gets a little confusing when I have to do anything. Looks like her hoof is the bottom part. Do we see? It's that one. Beep. That should change that part. Okay. Its hoof light actually isn't doing anything, so I'm gonna keep it the same because it doesn't seem to have that going on. Okay. Hoof coat, we did that. Hoof coat dark. We'll change that. Kind of do like the shadow part. Let's see. Well, let's see. If you watch the episode, you'll kind of see what her fate is or not. It was a flashback. Yeah. Whoopsie. Going a little slow. Really close. I don't have any clothes. White, black, eye color. That's the people color. So instead of being greenish, we can color pick to be. Of course, everyone's like, also with the flashback, this is from the flashback episode, and she has her rainbow color as a baby, which may or may not make sense. I don't know. You guys can theorize about that. Hair color, the big base color. Change it to that. Let's see. What do you think it would be? What do you think it would be if they were to so much? Huh. I'm just not following the way that you structured that sentence. Let's see. Can I go back? No. Okay. Need to click on the next one and get this lighter color here. Probably have to like redo the shapes anyway, but at least you'll still get me more than halfway there. The rest of the colors. Okay. That's probably good for now, and then I can recolor. I want to see what her tail looks like. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's just disable. Nope, we didn't disable Sunny. Powerful. She's too powerful. Okay. Okay. So we got that. Oh, she has the exact same hairstyle. So we'll change her hairstyle in both front and back. I think I just need the. I think for just this short anyway, I'll just go for just the 3/4, so I don't have to worry about also drawing her in a different hairstyle as well. Go change this. I think I'll feel safer if I make a new drawing. Anyway, what would her name be if she had one? Ooh, okay. Because in the episode, which was 5 minutes, so there was not much going on that could be explained. She was more like a treasure hunter, or at least was like enthusiastic to be like, ooh, you know, we gotta, what essentially became Sunny's job of restoring the natural balance of making sure that she's like the least racist kind of character, and then she's like, well, I'm gonna bring back the Pegasus, Earth, and unicorns back in harmony. I'm gonna go find the things and do stuff and be really cool. I feel like there's other cartoon characters that kind of do that too. Like their mom was like Hey Arnold or something. I didn't watch the Hey Arnold movie where it had like the explanation of what the parents were doing, why they weren't there. I feel like something kind of close to that. But for a name, I don't know. So I'm just sketching this in and then trying to see how I like that. Bring it into a different layer here. And now, weird thing is that I can actually use the same color palette, but it'll actually change it to be transformed into the other color. See how that's a different color? This is lighter and this is purple more. This is more magenta. That's what using the same color palette and the same ID actually does. So even if I make a new object, it'll still take like, oh yeah, that's what you want, right? It'll convert anything that's that color and ID. Colors have IDs, or identification numbers in the back end of Toon Boom. So it's really complicated when you try to actually really work with it, but it works. It's actually just like one streak, so I'm gonna use my, I know, colors there. Let's use the yellow up here, and then the red up here. We're gonna see whether or not they're the same color. See if it's like the same shade or not, but I think it's pretty close enough that I don't want to actually mess with it too much. I think that's about it. Okay. Oopsie. Select all of that. Go back to here. Delete all that. Okay. So now we're left with this. I think I can clean that up slightly or break it. Okay. Changes that. For the main big part, let's do that. It's this part. I'm gonna move it over a little bit. I like to do it with about the same scale because that's a little bit easier to think about. Okay. It's a little easier just to remove it as well. Bald. Ugh. My sketches and styles are all just way too sketchy. It's like, I like this line, you know, I like this line, maybe. Okay. We got a little there, a little there. So the red one, so that's boop, that's trying to be purple. This needs to be purple. This is yellow. And then this is red. So I need to have this moved over. At least maybe squish it. It just needs to be rotated. Get rotated. Okay. Okay. Back to this. I don't have to move it down if I started from the right tab there. Okay. Let's see. Beep, beep, beep. You can see how many not points I'm doing to get a nicer. So you get a better flow of angles if there's less points to deal with. Obviously the style is pretty simple anyway, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Okay. This get tricky, so it'll be dark yellow. And then actually this one's yellow. This one can be this color and then yellow and then red. And then I added another extra one for fun. Actually give me this color again and then the dark again. Does that work? Actually this one. Yeah. Add an extra streak for fun. Or I can get rid of it. Yeah, alright. Okay. It's fine to select everything and then click everything that I want to keep and then delete. Okay, so that's that. Just gonna keep moving on. Okay. Whoa. What's this? I don't need it. Gonna get rid of it then. It's not deleted as much as I de-exposed it. Need a technical word for that. I swear, today. Well, thank you. Let's see. Do I want to add that bit? At least I can make all. I can make this into that bit. Let's try that. New. Probably should get a little closer to my arms, a little easier to. Meow. Meow. I have. Yes. I would say so. But my mind like wants to be too ADHD a little bit with like everything. That's like it wants to like read everything too fast, and it's like, oh okay. Like it wants to autocorrect everything, and it's like my mind doesn't want to catch up to be where I am. Like I'm always like just anxious and like just going too fast anyway. So reading is like I don't know what's going on just because I'm not actually reading each word in every letter in sequence. It's probably the problem with that. Yeah. Did I spell something wrong or did I say it wrong? What was it? I was saying there's their message. I kind of skipped over the slipper. Sorry. That's what I mean too. I just kind of just skipped over a bit too much. Like I, was a game Hop Frog or something? Or something like that. Yeah. I was just trying to say what their message was. I have like too much going on that I just kind of, especially with this, like especially, you know, rubbing your head and patting your belly at the same time with a lot of this stuff. Trying to stream and make sure that nothing is catastrophically exploding while trying to make sure that everything's I'm trying to say is coherent enough, I suppose, hopefully. But things will slip, and I'm sorry. Okay. Reading your stuff. Hi, Sasha. Welcome. Let's see. Not there for animation yet. Okay. They make some sound. Not perfect, so. Okay. Well, I gotta start somewhere, and everyone's gonna say, like, oh, you know, just keep practicing, and practice makes perfect. But I like to say practice makes improvement. And I feel like that's a little bit easier and less, you know, pressure on you or anyone else to be like, oh, okay. As long as I keep working on it, I'll progress. And it's like, that's more than enough that you'll feel better. Like if, you know, obviously I'm using a different software than what I started with, and I feel like I've upgraded myself so much that it's like, oh yeah, I can do this. Like if I didn't stick at it and then try to get to, like if I didn't do any of my Flash stuff, or you know, just did 100 episodes or something, and then try to do this, you know what I mean? It'd be really hard to do what I'm doing now if I didn't spend way too long trying to animate without doing this. What? So, do you, let's see, make some drawings? Did you draw with traditional, like pen and paper, real stuff, or use a software? Because now if you're starting out, it's obviously, you know, I always wanted to be an artist, so like I always wanted to draw doodling. Always doodling in school and everything. You know, every math paper would have some sort of little smiley face on it or something. I want to add a new drawing for the back here. So, study mom back here. So I've always been drawing pretty much a lot of my life. I remember a lot of preschool drawings, finger paints and drawings and stuff. So at least I had that experience with traditional first, and I've done some other traditional stuff as well. But obviously all this software stuff is just an extension of what you should learn with traditional stuff of, you know, what a brush is, what an eraser is, you know. Because everything that's like what we take for granted with computers and stuff is like, they all originate from real life origins. Like, what is a recycle bin? That is a real thing. You know, what's the icon for a save? This is a literal floppy disk image. This is a folder. This is what a real folder looks like. So, you know, so many things as like people in the 70s or 80s were making the computer icons and everything. We're like, I don't know what the basis on, what most people understand, and be like, oh, they would understand what a real office stuff would be. With those kind of tools and stuff. Traditional art, awesome. I'm saying that's the way to go. Look at this fun shape I made. because I can, you know, morph this and everything. So when I did some traditional stuff, you know, a couple years ago for Inktober, I was like, wait, I can't just morph it? I can't just like erase one line out? Ow. Got a little discouraging with that. It's like, oh, I gotta actually draw it correctly. And let's see. When if it's paint, what's that? It's going to be this because it fits myself. Okay. Yeah, well, especially the whatever the next generation is called, you know, past alpha, like zoomers and everything. Like we're past the Fortnite generation in a way. Yeah. I mean, I grew up with VHS, you know, I grew up with, you know, when, you know, before all this analog horror stuff, it's like, oh yeah, I actually know what that is. You know. I think I've seen real floppy disks and stuff, like, you know, any, I guess, old video game would be on a floppy disk. You have to, like, install it on, you know, like, each game might be, like, 10 or so diskettes, I suppose. Can't see. Beep. Or that you had to somehow the security measures, and it's like, well, you better have the manual ready or have the box ready in case they're like, what's the password on the box that it came with? Like Metal Gear Solid, it's something like that or something. What is this line? What happened to my... I did the wrong way there. Okay. Okay. I am desperately rambling as hard as I can. I'm sorry. Ah. Okay. I think I just did the... Yeah, okay. Okay. Hopefully just trying to get this hairpiece done, and then earrings, and then we should be good. Or the necklace, we could do that. And the tail's the same, but you don't really see the tail much, so we'll be almost there. I need to add whatever this braid thing is. Does that exist? Apparently it goes around. Huh. I could do that as an extra sub-layer just to make sure I don't go over myself. Okay. Here. Beep. Colored. Thought I set it to be underneath. Doesn't, yeah. It should go from left to right, top to bottom, basically. Where this one be at the top of the, like a stack of papers. So why is it? Beep. There you go. I don't know. Okay. I can now do another sub layer. Let's see. And then somehow draw these braids. I don't know how big I need to make them. Around that size. Okay. So pretty tiny. And like that, and then you just kind of go in and shape them. And you just add the lines in. I watched Blue's Clues. Just as a nice... We were watching like the Knuckles series, and then it's like, oh look, remember the other shows that are on here? And I started to get into those, and I started watching the OG Steve Blue's Clues, and I was like, man, that hit me. It feels a lot. There was like one episode where Steve talked about how colors mix, and it was a wagon, and little paint cans, little paint drops would come out of the paint cans, And they'd be like, oh, hello, we want to, you know, paint this dragon, but we want to make it orange, but all we got is red and yellow. What do we do? And it's like, oh. But then all the kids were like, yeah, use red and orange, red and yellow, and then you'll make orange. I was like, wow. So that's my first introduction to like all that concept of like how colors work. And I was like, whoa, actually, I always think about that to like be like, oh yeah, blue and yellow is green. And I was like, wow. Like that was just a cool concept to be like, whoa, I understand. My mind is exploding. This is amazing. So whenever I had to do something with colors, I actually always think about that and be like, okay, what is... if I want to make green, what do I have to do? Be like, oh yeah, that's right. Let's see. Stuff like that always stuck with me. That goes with okay. I actually didn't finish it. Got to like part 6 or something, and then it's like, okay. It was decent. I think people are just exaggerating of how not Knuckles it was, but I think it was in there enough to be like, at least the 1 through 6 that I've seen. And it's like, okay. Hey, Toronto. Close enough? Let's see. Upload an animation. Didn't know this could be a stream. Oh, interesting. Hopefully I'm gonna get this as YouTube short by the end of this. Once I get the characters and the animation done. Right now I'm just trying to make Sunny's mom here. Get her hair braids in here going. Trying to draw these out. Oh no, I learned that like when I was like in preschool or something when I first watched that episode as a kid. Remember that one very distinctly. I don't know why that like stuck with me, but it's like it's like, you know, like an Inside Out where it's like you got those core memories that like just kind of stick with you. And it's like that's a very, very core memory to me. Always take that with me, you know. But yeah, I was a baby. Watching that, it was great. I love Steve. Steve was great. The transition to Josh was actually, or Joe, yeah, was actually okay. I think they really make sure it's like, okay, you know, okay kids, you know, that Steve has to go to college, okay. And then he was still kind of there for like a couple more episodes, or like he would always kind of like hang out with Joe. So I was like, okay, hi Steve, I thought you left. And I was like, no, I'm just making sure everything's okay. It's like, okay, yeah, we're good, we're having fun. Like, oh, okay. I also remember the Blue's Clues, the live action puppet show with Blue. I felt like that was one of my favorites. Let's see. Blues Room. Yeah. Blues Room rocked. Does that work? I think we do. Okay, good. Oh, we had it. Oh, wow. There's actually localization with huh. What was it always? Was it always never Steve? Was there ever a Steve in UK then? Or was it always the UK guy? So that'd be interesting. Like if it started out and then it's like, well, you know, got popular enough that now we can hire some other guy or something. I would think something like that. That's a mess, but but at least because it's now on its own layer, I can now kind of jimmy this around a little, try and make it work. No Steve. Oh, dude. Okay, the character's called Kevin. Why, Kevin? Not sure why they bother doing that since he speaks the same language, I suppose. But you know, if he has to take cola, you know, like, oh, hey, Blue, what do you think about that color? And be like, oh, what's a color? You know, Steve had to say it. So I'm not very good at accents. Boop boop doo boop doo. Let's see. You know, if they I'm sure that they never had to, but you know, they had to go to the elevator, or you know, they had to use a lift, or anything else like that. There'd be some weird things like that. I think they do that a lot of other shows. That's like, oh well, we best, you know, make sure that the kids understand exactly. Even, you know, we have to, as a learning thing, you have to make sure that, you know, which is it? Huh? What? Make sure that there's no confusion with stuff like that. I hope there's, I think there's a star button. That'd be cool. I should have like a shape button or something. I have like a circle. I'm looking to see if I have a button that could just make a star for me. Probably gonna take longer than making a star myself, but let's try it. I have a stamp button or something. Let's see. I can customize the toolbar. Let's see. I want like a stamp. There's a little much going on here, Toon Boom. Oh, jeez. Okay, it's not there. I don't think it's one of these. I can't see it. Thought it was a stamp. Scanning timeline top. Okay. Here's a drawing, its function guides, integrated help. Oh, maybe a guide? No. Library. There's a guide, no library. Node view. Objective, reference sheets, scene markers. Side scanning. No. I thought it would be a. Does this have other stuff? Look at all this. Okay, we're drawing to start. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Oopsie. So I'm gonna select everything and then deselect the middle. Trying to get rid of the outlines, but I just had to. Oh, lost an arm. Where'd it go? I see, maybe it was never actually colored in. Huh? Oh, that's a. Okay. Oh, I see. Not really what's going on here. Try to add a point in the middle of these. There we go. Ugh. Hey. Combine. This is why I didn't want to make my star on my own. Because you get this, and it's like really hard to make a star and it looks perfect. Oh, he's like, yeah. Yeah! Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay. Where to go and where we're doing. Okay. So we're going to take this and put it on the ear. Put it onto a new layer. Sublayer. Some drawing layer. Beep. Way smaller. I don't even see it smaller. See, the problem is that they have a line that goes that way. Mine doesn't, so I'm gonna have to go like that to make it sure that it works with my ear shape. Is that cute? I can see that this needs to be more over. And moreover, I needed to move it over. Oh, more over. Saving. Don't worry about these little wiggle guys at the top. They're like the invisible strokes. That I had to use to, they never show up anyway, so it'll be fine. Okay. Ain't that a horse? Let's see. Let's do the neck or stars. At least I have a star now, so that's good. And we'll use... Oh, interesting. It's got little wings on this one. Can't see that. Oh, yeah, I got a little wing there. Okay. That's just sunny. That's telescope. Okay. Okay. Let's make a new drawing there. How are we doing? Okay. Let's steal, because we can do that. Copy. Paste. There it is. I did too. Near. Okay. So I want it to be a little large for the middle one. Now I'm just thinking like, oh, I'm always doing like the Blue's Clues, you know, it's like whenever you got to like, oh, we found a clue, now I gotta draw it. It's like, okay. You got this like nice cello jazz, and it's like boom, 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 boom. And that's how you draw a star. Okay. Seems like a little large. Meow. Alright. What's Blue gonna need a stool for? Oh, that's weird. Alright. And then we're gonna need another line. Gonna cut you to a lower sub-level. And then into here, I'm gonna add a line. Kind of narrating like exactly what I'm drawing. It's great. Oopsie. This color. Beep. Okay. I want it to be more gray, so actually I have that starboard color I could use, or I can make a new one. Let's bring it up and color it. Okay. Get these more on the line. Okay. You can actually be on the edge. It'll be there. Okay, so I want to see what these wings thingies are. Huh. Okay. New color. Off white, maybe like off blue white. Save. So they're in between, so I need to move this down a sublevel, then draw on the line layer. And then I'm gonna go to mirror mode and then draw it the same way I see that. Start there. Beep. 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 So I can pull it out like that and then fill it in. And there we go. Looks like the star is a little larger, so let's go ahead and I can pull this part down. There we go. Just want to fill it out a little more. And then I can copy that, flip it. You get something like that. Is that what I want though? Sure. Kind of lean back and be like, eh, sure. Flip it. That's a horse that's almost on the view there. Okay. That's good. Actually, without the bag, it looks like she's way smaller. I'm okay with that. Let me get my storyboard. Grab this one. Oh, oof. Excuse me. Hello, Mike. Welcome. And welcome, Hunter. Welcome. Good progress, thank you. I made one character in an hour, which isn't that bad. Especially I've had to kind of redo, kind of recreate, use another character. Now I can kind of go, whoop. There we go. Okay. Progress. This might be a water progress as well. Let's take a nice sippy. Alright. Blah. Where are we and who are you and what's going on? Okay. So I wanted just to show off the storyboard. So that's what I want. So now we gotta also draw a telescope, which hopefully should just be in front view, so we don't have to draw the rest of the entire body of it. It'll just be closer to this, maybe like a little foreground even more. And then we'll have basically everything we need after that. So, okay. Let's see if my music's still going. Okay. I want to draw a telescope. Turn up a little. My ears. Okay. Telescope. And there we go. Beep. Beep. There's really quiet jazz going on. It would appear that my camera stopped. Let's see why. Oh. Oh. Let's turn it off. Turn it on. Nope. I need to. Oh, that's working. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. We back. Okay. Now we just gotta recalibrate that. Did it break after the sippy or something? Let's see. Okay. Boop boop ba doo. Looks nice. Thank you. Trying something. Someone is wearing a foghorn layer costume. Interesting. Well, good luck with that. Let's see. Hello, Smargadus Doofus. That's your name. Okay, thank you. Looking nice. Thank you. Guess what do we got as a camera looking? It's close to what it'll look like. We can turn off. I want to click this button, but it's not working. That's pretty close. Okay. What is telescope? I was moving these guys over. It appeared that maybe. Oh, I thought it looked so weird from back there. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I want it to look somewhat like that. Thankfully, I have a circle. Yeah, I wanted like a. Maybe. It's just a shape thing. Flash actually has a whole bunch of shapes. You could have like stars, be able to say like I want like a 5-pointed star, I want a 12-pointed star, I want a 15 billion pointed star, and you can like do it as a slider thing. But apparently this I had to like find it as a. I was looking to see if like whether or not there was like a stamp that had sparkles, 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 sparkles. Yeah, if I remember this earlier, I'd be able to have some sort of sparkle going on, maybe. Sparkle? Maybe not. I thought it was a. No, sparkle's a. Filter. Yep, that's the filter. Okay. It's a little powerful, at least with that. Turn that down. Oh no. I see I can turn her into sparkles. Oh my. Huh. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Would appear also that her hair, whatever this is. Oh, that's this. We're good. Okay. Beep boop beep doo. Let's get you closer to you. Now I can do this. Okay. Do I flip this? Nah. It's kind of useful to have both. Okay. Okay. So let's actually go to this, and we're gonna do colors. Just start from here. So I wanted to make a kind of stripy lens, but I think it's just a. Well, actually, when it's circled, I mean, it does have like a dome kind of shape to it. So I guess that's what they're going for with that. Well, obviously, but you know. Okay, so that's the front of it. To add some perspective, I need to figure out which angle I want it to be at. So I'll refer back to my storyboard. Because I want it to be kind of tilted up to the right, so the lens part is more top right, and then very just barely. So what I want is to add this next circle. So we'll take this, put it at the top, and we'll have the next layer. Excuse me. As another circle. And depending on which position this is, what at, let's put it on the next. Put it on the wrong layer. Sub layer. So Get it close, and then you can see that it's kind of starting to make it look like it's at a different angle now. Doing something like that, and then next layer. Problem is that that's kind of the biggest. Well, if I do it next, it's kind of this lighter-ish color, or this color, and then do another circle. Oh dear. That kind of reinforces that shape a little more. Something like that. The rest of the body kind of doesn't have much. This is the big, widest part there. This will be the next widest part, but I don't think you really see that much. And then just be the eyepiece that goes up at an angle. Okay. I also have to think like whether or not in animation would I want to have things kind of rotate or move, or especially layer. So like your arm could like be over this but below this. The eyepiece could be, your arm could be at a certain angle and then kind of go in front. So I think I want to actually split it up. So I will add a new eyepiece. And then add that to my ever-expanding amount of bips I got. This background should be like way over here or something. I can drag it. Just need this and this. Always drag on the thing to actually show it. Okay. Gives you a little preview, but I like always grab it on that part. Okay. So now I want the eyepiece, which will be that part, and then at the angle. Let's get this down a little closer. Or maybe a little higher so I can see it. Okay. Okay. So what I want is just to get on it, I guess. Something kind of more akin to that, I think. Because I can sketch it out a little. So that'll be that part. And then that's like the part that goes up. Where actually, there's no, yeah, this will be the inside. So like that. So here's the telescope for the front angle. Like that. And then you get this. And then you get this more maybe tapering out kind of shape. Something like that. And of course we can always put this up. Okay. So let's get rid of everything else. And we'll be left with what we need. We just kind of shape this bip into the shape we need. Okay, so that is, let's make it more straight. Got this nice grid so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. And then we'll just make this shape, and I think I can rotate it. Let's see. How would I do that? I think there's a button here. There we go. Hey, it's independent. Cool. Okay. Now I can just get a new color. And this bit. This is like tracing where I can. It's like not cheating tracing. It's kind of just like looking over at it and be like, aha, that's that shape. This is just regular still life kind of drawing where it's like, okay, I can see I'm making that, so I'm not gonna directly draw on it, but it's like I can kind of see that I need to draw that kind of a shape, and then I just kind of go ahead and do that. Okay. Okay. I think there's a way to like filter by color to remove stuff like this a little easier, but I've already deleted it. So, this be it's over there, so okay. Okay. I think I want to change. I definitely want to make this maybe a little longer, wider. I think I want to change this to be a different angle. So I'm going to go upward instead. Something like that. And I'm also seeing that this tapers out way more. Tapered is a fancy way to say like it's going inward, like a trapezoid kind of shape. So that also needs to go outward. Changing the angle by changing which direction these lines go out. Already you can see like it's already kind of feel like it's going away from you before it was kind of going towards you. Gonna double up on that thickness. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I need to. So sub layers on and then just kind of go for it, I guess. Okay. Kind of start with art. Whoop. Start off with primitives. Like I knew it was very rectangular, so I was like, well, I'll just draw rectangular, I guess. One thing I still don't like Toon Boom is that like it doesn't automatically create the Bezier curve tools immediately. So I have to like kind of like jiggle it around to like try and make it, but that in that process of moving it is like it moves something else, or like moves your whole point around, and it's like, well, great. You just kind of like have to use it to understand what that meant. It's hard to explain how much it feels weird. I could do like half and then symmetrize it or something, but I think also by doing that, either you kind of remove the nice shaping of it, or yeah, might forget about something that was supposed to be asymmetric about it. Like even with like trying to draw like a normal, you know, cartoon heart, like a heart, you can like draw that and then try to like duplicate it over, then flip it, and it's like, oh, that almost worked. So you have to like really know like what you're doing if you want to do something symmetrically. Okay, so we can use a stroke instead. I know. He's just warning that it's like, hey, buddy, use a invisible stroke. You can't really see it. Are you sure you want to do that? It's like, yeah, I know. I can do on the other layer, and then make this the whoa light blue. You only see a little bit of it, and then I'll just remove this part, or it'll be colored over. That's right. Okay, so I already have a decent color. So that's okay. Trying to remember what the other. Probably should use a different color anyway, just so it doesn't get confused. And then this part, use that, and then also on the bottom, do this kind of, well, that's a silver gray, but I can duplicate it. And then just kind of go bar there. I'll get rid of that. Left if this. And then I'll remove my outlines. Trying to. It's hard to select on the line here. Huh. I think that's right, but it just looks weird when it's like that. Like that board. Maybe it should be less yellow. Okay. I could go in and make it... I don't know. Either way, we'll start with that, and then go from there. Okay. Okay. So button to remove that, unless I'm in this mode. Okay. So now I got... if I move, trying to think of parenting, if I want to put them together, I put it like that. So whenever I move telescope itself, then eyepiece also moves, because that makes sense. But then I can move the eyepiece independently now. So that's what I want. Frame 1. I don't like how it flips. Did it flip? I don't know. I don't think so. But now I can move this wherever I want. Kind of squishy it. Ooh, I could do... This probably won't work. Let's do another peg. And do a 2-point constraint. Had that already from... I sent this up earlier. Had to give somebody... give Sunny some more... constraints. Okay. So that'll be at the bottom. This will be at the top. So technically, I can now kind of squash and stretch it if I need to. Add a new mouse got stuck. OGL controller, and then you don't click it into there, but you can put it into here. Let's give it a brownish, same kind of color brown. Trying to move this up. 0.6. Okay. So instead of like going over here and being like, which one would do the squash and stretch? Oh, geez. This one automatically talk to the right one, which I think is actually this one. There we go. This makes it easier than like trying to like rotate it or like trying to move it in the right position and be like, okay, yeah, here you go. Okay. I feel like I want to actually make it so it goes down a little bit. So I think I want to change the bibbles here. So I'm going to see if I move a little smaller, a little up. It's more like it's pointing down. No, it's supposed to be pointing up because it's a telescope. That's right. My bad. And then it'll just be somehow up to setting it up so that Sunny is in a good enough spot to look at the telescope, I guess. While also Mom is there. I might need to be smaller. But now I can grab all of that and then go a little smaller. I had to make it so like Sunny's sitting or something. I don't know. But now I can have it so I can. I think I need another peg between here and here. Body P. Just so I can move the body of the telescope on its own as well. Now let's put it on a stand. This is now one giant thing just for the telescope. And this is the OGLP. Okay. So even if you see something, you know, that looks pretty simple, you know, if the art style looks simple, just imagine this going on in the background. Any kind of simple looking cartoon is like, no, this is what's happening. This is one thing just for the prop. I could go more. I could add like I could add deformers or something so I can like curve it. Actually, I could do that too. Let's do that. Let's take that and let's add a deformer. Do I want a curve or an envelope? I think an envelope. Let's try that. It's probably over engineering it, and I'm probably not going to animate it at all at the end, but at least I can. So now I can do this, which is a little bit more or less constraint than the what I had before. Just going to disable a picture of it, not actually delete it, because I want to edit this part of it to move it over. I could add another one in the middle, but I think that'll be. That might be a bit much. But now I can kind of curve it. This kind of wiggly. And I'm going to enable that part again. And I think I want to add one more piece to the telescope. Let's try and move everything out of the way first. I want to add another piece, which would be the telescope stand. Jeez. Telescope scan, put that in, and add the peg to that. It should be telescope move. Trying to think if I should parent it to the rest of the scope. I think it could be independent. So this will be another. It'll just be a line. But I just want to have it so like it looks like it's grounded, literally. So that's something. Could make it a Y or something. So you get something like that. And then let's just thicken this up. If I know how. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It's below the fold. There we go. Yeah. You're only gonna see not much of it. There you go. What's Derpy wearing any avatar? She is kind of like a leftover from the Mario streams where like I had her wear the Mario looking hat and the red overalls kind of thing. Red shirt and everything. As far as I spent so much time doing everything else and it's up for the stream that I didn't have time to also change the costume color. or the shirt color. I was like, yeah, it'll be fine. No one's gonna notice. No one's gonna make a big to-do about it. I'll be fine. As I was also setting up the stilt guy and the 2 other ones I animated, but I'm not sure if I want to actually use them yet. So, speaking of, let me get a water break. My throat is not a little hoarse. Let's see. Hang on. Hopefully my after it doesn't explode again. Wow. Okay. See how long that took. Just to get to this point where I have characters and a prop. Oofta. Okay. So what I want to do is probably just add another composite. And just string everything that's connected to the telescope and just put it back here just so I can... Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I want to turn off telescope for any reason. Anything that's threaded into that composite can now be enabled or disabled like that. Okay. Okay. I'm still drinking water. Thank you for helping me out with that. Okay. Sometimes it's nice just to give each character composites. I don't think I really need to, but at least it looks kind of nicer. Especially if it's only like one element going into it. Doesn't matter. But at least I could do this and be like, oh, all those that were connected, all the reference pictures are gone. But I can also enable it whenever I need to. And after it gets composited into there, I want to add a visibility node just in case. If I happen to have something like this where like this picture is inside of the frame, like it'll be visible like that. I can turn it off in the soft render so it doesn't actually get rendered. And the final picture will be the soft render. OpenGL is how it's being displayed right now. If I copy paste that into the storyboard as well, I'll be able to render it, and it should only do the characters and the props. So the storyboards are gone. If I disable that, then you can see the storyboard behind them. So that just makes sure that I don't have to go in and be like, oh, what's the storyboard on? I'm gonna render a picture. I'm gonna do my final video. Is my storyboard also gonna be in there? Geez. So doing that now helps me to know that I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. Sorry that this won't be too much of an animation if I have to also now do posing of it. You can see how long just then this takes forever. It's fun though, but ugh. I have to do this so many times. Let's move that over. I want to know where Sunny's mom's controllers are. There. Just make it a little smaller. Technically, probably won't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. So, yeah, you can see like when I change the hair, it flips to that hair when it's supposed to be that hair. So, oh well, Sonic should still work, right? Yeah. Okay. I think we're good to go. I'm gonna go back to my storyboard and then draw some more pictures, sketches like this. So what I do is move it so that you're here. This is the timeline section where they're all kind of freaking out. They're all just kind of doing their little thing, and this will be the first frame of the animation. Will be here. So I'll just extend that to the somewhat end of something. Okay, don't worry about them here. This is what I want. So I will draw a couple more pictures to be like, oh, this is what I want. Probably just like general sketches, probably not like every keyframe. I had some ideas. This is where the storyboard ideas come from. Okay. So I want maybe her. Make sure I'm in the right layer. I think so. Probably should separate them or something, but I think I just why not just. It's not gonna work. So I may have to delete some other lines here. Might just make this a little simpler. At least rethink about how many lines I got going on in here. So instead, I want her to like eat. Oops. She's eating the little telescope lens. And then Mama is like, whoa, hang on. It just kind of looks over. And then is like, oh. Well, that's not right. Oh. Huh? And then Mama helps with taking it out. Like she has to like put her arm somehow around and say, hey, you know, kind of move that over, and then this is why I use layers, or else you get really confused and everything's bad. Where was that? I drew it with like 100 lines, and it's like, oh, I don't know which ones. So Mom is like, don't do that. And then somehow she needs to teach her to look into the viewfinder. Maybe she can put her arm down, and then Sunny will look up and be like, huh? And then she'll be like, huh? Like, huh? Like to look into it and be like, huh? Have I drawn other people's OCs? Yes, I've done commissions. They were like in the past. Oh, actually, I've only, yeah, I've done one earlier this year. Not sure if they want me to shout them out or anything, but I have a couple on my website at yoshigreenwater.com. I think the link in the description should be there. But yeah, I can see a couple of my commission videos are on there. Just trying to think about that. Nope, look into there. And then she's like happy. Maybe Sunny's like, ah, I get it. Ah. Ha, yeah. Yeah. And then she puts her head in front of it but then she closes a wrong eye or something. Kind of want to restart the drawing of everything here. And then, she has her eye open here, and then her eye closed here. Yeah. And then she's disappointed and I'm like, what? Yeah. What? How do you get to... how do you even start from the beginning of this? Wait, I actually did that right. Hang on. Can't even do it wrong when I need to. She needs to close her eye into there. So her eye is here, but then she's closing this one. So, yeah, she has her eye closed that's looking into the viewfinder. Because that's technically what she said, but if you just put your eye on the wrong side of it, then it's like, oh yeah, okay. And it's like, oh. Yeah, trying to think about... And then she kind of like looks back up and says, like, that didn't work. Seriously, to delete everything. Can't see what I'm doing. Don't want to go, but I have to go. Ah, jeez. Good luck. Thank you. Do you have time to like make sure whether or not this kind of concept kind of works? The rest of it will be like, oh, and then she like switches her eye, and then she can see and be like, wow, and then she goes back up into like, she like goes into the viewfinder and then like comes back, and then it goes back to here, and that's basically it. So it's gonna be super short, or like it's just gonna be that, because I don't really have time to make anything too too advanced with everything else I need to do to work on a movie and like nightmares and then something else. So yeah. So yeah. Let's see. How's my music? I think that's the end of the music. Let us restart it. There we go. Let's see. Boop ba doop ba doo ba doo ba doo. Tails and Sweetie Belle in your portfolio. Oh, thank you. You actually looked at my portfolio. Thank you. Yeah, I made the portfolio because I thought that I'd be getting more. I was like looking for jobs. And I was like, well, every other artist has a portfolio, and that's kind of what they taught me in school. And I was like, you better have a website. So I was like, okay. So I've updated it fairly recently, I think this year or something. So, yeah. Thanks for checking that out. The commissions might be in the, well, I guess not in the solo one. It's not really group work. I actually forgot where it is. There's only like 5 tabs, so you'll find it. She should be like, huh? No, maybe, that? Okay, start from the beginning. Well, eat it. No. Use your eye. Okay. And it's like, well, this doesn't work. How about that? And then she's like, okay. So then we get, ah. Something like that. And then pop her back into here. Okay. Let's see. So left eye goes into here. And then no. She needs to be more further in and then down and then over. So then this one is open and then this one is closed. And then she's like, wow. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I can do Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's see, it's not one day. I think I just did the tails because I think I wanted to. I don't know. Wanted to try like kind of classic tails from like Sonic 2 with that kind of like longer snout with that style. Yeah, I do like Sonic as a concept. Maybe someday, yeah. Definitely not now, especially not this month. I am like more than packed. I actually got a commission for like 20 characters. They wanted it by the end of the month. As well as I wanted to do the movie at the same time and then Mid-Nightmares and everything else. So I was like, oh. So I'm definitely not that soon. Okay. We might end at the hour or something just to get this storyboard here going. So it's probably gonna be like 5 to 10 seconds, really. I don't expect it. Would you watch like a YouTube short that's like 5 seconds? So that's kind of what this is, and that's probably as much as I'll probably be able to actually do. So, yeah. Okay. Trying to think, how does mommy change? She needs to be like, boop. And I go, yeah. And then, problem is that needs to get back to here. And then they both kind of, maybe they can both be like, go, oh, they can laugh. That's it. That's the way to change everything. Everything always has to end with either a dance party or a laugh. That's the only way to end a cartoon. You know it to be true. Ah. And then another. And then they kind of get into like a more default-ish position, or like your eyes are closed. And then they wake up with them being like that. Yeah! Alright. That should work. So, pretty normal. They're looking at the stars, and it's like, wow. And Sunny eats the telescope thing and starts like sucking on it. And then Mommy's like, whoa. Hold on there. And he's like, put the hoof to be like, no, get away. What you want to do is close your eye on it. And he's like, oh, okay. And then closes her eye. That would be where the lens would be looking. And then she's like, can't see it. Then she's like, I can't see. Well, try the other eye. And go, oh, okay. And then does it right. And he's like, yeah. And then they laugh. And then they reset into first position. Oof. Okay. So that's where we could take the rest of the day, actually, for me to get that done. Not because it's like, oh, I'm slow. Oh, this is a lot. Just because just naturally all of this animation stuff will take forever. I can make it kind of slower by adding like during this part you're gonna be like shooting stars, and then she's like, whoa, cool, or something. Make the laugh longer or have more pauses or something. Yep, that's my storyboard. So technically it should exist within this frame here, where I can have that happen. Good thing with the vertical YouTube short style and I guess phone style video is that you don't have to make wide landscapes anymore. You just need to kind of get a vertical slice of what's going on, you know. So the background should be relatively more simple. Don't have to make an entire, you know, mountains and then field and then mountains and then other stuff all the way across left to right. It's like, I just need to get a close up of like where the, that's the bedroom of the uh-oh. Losing it. The lighthouse. Bright house. What I want is to copy some frames. I want to copy this frame and this frame. Copy it over to frame 30. So now they can have all their fun getting that set up, and then I'll get the telescopes. I'll just set it up so that this will be good. Fortunately, it took a little longer to get everything set up, so fortunately I don't think I'll be able to exactly animate anything. So, but at least maybe I can get them to be somewhat posed. I can get them posed, and then we'll be good. I need it to form on the neck. It's not showing. Great. Maybe it could be a little bit more to the right. Need Sunny to be more. A lot of this is in a different place than I would like it to be. Have this be more here. Eyepiece can be more here. Sunny. Because she needs to get rid of the ear front. Needed to kind of like lean back a little. And kind of get her into a nice looking into the guy here. A little too cross-eyed, so I can kind of separate these out. Make her happy. Try to grab the telescope eyepiece. Ooh, having it be a little bit off should help a little. Why is the rotation, center of rotation, where that little ball is? Let's see, so I got these to help me out. Just trying to get her to be more naturally posed. What if it's too big? Make it smaller, lower. Or does it make Sunny even smaller? Can I do that? Oh. It's working. But at what cost? Let's make each of these legs a little longer. Something like that. So I'm using deformers. So like how I did it with I know I did a lot with the telescope, but one of it was to do the little deformer things here where I can had to set it up, and now I can kind of jelly these arms a little here. Yeah, you really don't get much anything for free with Toon. You have to pay a lot to even use this. And even still, when you're making a thing, you have to like spend forever making sure that everything's set up. Like, you don't get any of this for free. You get all the, some of the darker boxes, like anything that's in here, and all the tools. You get all the tools, but you still have to like use the tools and understand them and create it as you need. But yeah, that's a lot. There's so many groups and stuff going on. Like inside of Sunny has so much stuff, and then inside her head is all of this. Inside of her eyes is all of this. This is her eyeballs. All of this. So, yeah. Okay. I think that's okay. Let's render what that would look like if it was rendered. We get that. So we'll just need a background and then all of the rest of the animation. That's all I need now. But yeah, you can probably imagine how I animate it, hopefully. Or you can watch the older streams of me doing some other animations to get a more gist of it. But it's kind of how I kind of just did like right then with posing it, but there's just so many little secret little things that it's like I have a secret blink thing and all the mouths, all the different shapes there. These are eyebrows. These are cheeks. So I had to create all of those on my own. You saw the deformers on that. I think there's much more than that really, but I can kind of get her ready to go. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's see. Trying to think. Anything else? We got a storyboard, so I'll just have to like time out the storyboard to have it all work. But Actually, it wouldn't take too long, so. And then back to the start. It would appear that somebody's disappeared, so I'll have to fix that. And probably 100 million things before this will be ready to go. But I plan to try and get it done. End of day, and then I'll upload it Sunday morning, 9 a.m. PST. So maybe 8, 9, I don't know. Some of this stuff I tend to kind of stay up a little bit to try and get it done the next day. There's one day where I stay up to like 5 or something, and don't do that. Never do that, kids. I like at 4:30. Been working the entire day and just sitting down the whole day, and my body started to like kind of started to like shut down or started to like shiver. It's like I had like a cold sweat, and I was like conscious, and I was like, huh, that's weird. It's like a whole body was like just like it was filled with water and just like it was just pouring down, and like it like when you fall asleep, like when your foot falls asleep, it was like that kind of like light tingling all the way down my legs and everything. I was like, huh. So I got up and then tried to clean myself up, and I was like, well, that's kind of weird. I was like, well, I have like 20 more minutes of stuff I need to do before I get the video published. So I was like, well, I already came this far, might as well kind of go back and finish it. But yeah, so don't do that. Schedule it out. So if you have to make something, especially something big, try and schedule it out so you can do it within a couple days or something to actually have it, so you don't have to. Don't do anything that's more larger than this, I would say. Yeah, it's definitely wasn't healthy. I thought I've been doing that for like a long time, where like I always wanted to get a video done by a certain time, or especially with holiday stuff, you know. And I was like, oh, like, I have to, like, it has to be on that day. So let's go to Twitch time so I can explain it better. Hello. A little tall. Yep. Would it be fun if I shared your artwork with other people and just be like, oh, is it? Or be like, oh, or something like that. So you're saying, well, I guess which image, and then you would just say to give me credit on it. I would definitely appreciate that if there was a credit. Yeah, you can either do maybe Yoshi Greenwater. If you do it like on Twitter or something, then say, you know, at Yoshi Greenwater or something. But if it's like literally to a friend, and I guess that's okay. Especially if artwork, and I don't really get much. There's no way to get money off an artwork unless you sell it, so there's no harm in any of that. But yeah, definitely if it's linked back to me in some way to be like, I made it. Definitely don't say that you made it. That's the worst thing, to be like, who made this? Oh, I'm sharing it, which means that I made it. Yeah, that'd be the one rule I guess I have then. Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely appreciate that. Thanks for asking. That's considerate. That's better than some people. Like over there, Verizon just started to make videos using my videos, and it's like, huh, I never said that he could. So, but they seem to kind of credit me through videos anyway. But it's like their views already are pretty slim. So it's like I guess it's okay. If they were somehow making bank and like, you know, if their video got 10 or 100 times larger, more views, I'd be like, if they didn't credit me, then I'd be like, whoa, okay. So, something like that. But I trust you to not, you know, have it blow up on your end too much without crediting me in a way. So, It's okay if something explodes with my name on it. That's good. Yeah. Thank you though. Thanks for letting me know. Don't have a Twitter. Okay. I have Discord. On Discord, what even is mine? I think my handle is the same, but I think, do you have to like know what the person's, I guess you have to be within the same channel, right? Or same server? Huh. Oh, cool. It says I'm live. That's neat. Yeah, it's not quite the same on like on Twitter to be able to just say like, oh yeah, link we got here. Huh. Oh, streamer mode enabled, so I can't look at my profile. Well, I got the Greenwater Club, so I guess if your friend or whoever you're sharing or whatever is like, hey, how do I see more or have a community to see what this guy's doing? I'd be like, oh, okay. Check out the Greenwater Club on Discord, I guess. I don't know. It's a little quiet, but definitely serves the job of being a home for stuff of mine stuff. So, yeah, just read it again. It's like I'm not sure how to so you would know it's me. I'm not fluent enough in Discord to be like, oh, to credit me, you had to do XYZ to have it go to me as a profile, I guess. I'm not sure on that part. Yeah. Let me get some more water here. I'm okay. Just it's caught up to me. Trying to move the chat so I can see all your letters because that heart is in the way. Okay. Don't know how to talk. Had to talk to you about it maybe. Well, if you're interested, I guess we could be friends, and then you'd be able to know what my profile is, and then you can share that somehow, maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, not sure what the best way to go about it then. Well, I guess you could just say, like, hey, Yoshi Greenwater made this. Check out their channel at Yoshi Greenwater /YouTube or something, and then that could be it. You know, make it simple. Yeah. Okay. I think that kind of solves that, hopefully. Let's see. So do you want to move on a little bit to the other items of business, right? Let's see. Okay. Oopsie. 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 Stop it. I'm clicking on things in the chat. Okay. Let's see. So tomorrow is Mother's Day. So usually we do the Sunday streams, you know, with my mom when we play Princess Peach. Last week we could not because of a schedule conflict where my mom had to do a weekend trip and she had like 2 hours of sleep each night. So that's just on her. That I don't know. So she came back and got really tired on Sunday. So she wasn't able to. She was there to be like. She was on time, but it's like, yeah, she was too tired. So now she had a whole week to sleep. Especially being Mother's Day, she was able to do a stream together. We were planning on doing something different. Would you like it to be a surprise? What we're doing? I guess if it doesn't work out on my end, then probably shouldn't hype it up then. But yeah. So look out for that. Tomorrow will be Mother's Day spectacular with my mom, and we'll be doing an activity. of some sort. Yeah, just look out for that. Let's see. And then I'll get to you. Then next Saturday, I will do something with the Paper Derpy movie, and show what the progress is, or do some not spoiler stuff that I don't want to share yet. And then hopefully the video, the chapter 7 will come out soon. Cross fingers and intros and everything. I'll try my best by the end of the month or something. If not, then I'll be hopefully well on my way to get it done. So, yeah. And then next week is when the Paper Mario Dies in Your Door remake comes out on Thursday in 2 weeks. So I'll be starting my adventure with that, and then we'll do like the prologue and then kind of stop for a bit, and then do chapter 1 and then stop for a bit. So it'll take longer in real time, but I want to also do other stuff like this where I do pony animations or anything else, including potentially other Switch games with each other, maybe. Online stuff I got. I definitely have NSO Plus, so I can do anything with that. I have Smash Bros. In Splatoon 3 and 2. Trying to think of anything else that's multiplayer or online. Huh. That I would also have. I guess what would you be interested in, Easton? So those are kind of the big ones then. Yeah, I'll sell Smash Bros. Okay, cool. Cause there's like the other Mario ones, like 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I don't have, and I don't have Mario Wonder. So I know those have online aspects. I got Mario Maker too. I don't think that's too interesting. Is Smash Bros interesting for a stream enough? I never tried online or like where it's like a boxing match menu, and then I never did that, so I'm not even sure how that even works. So never had anyone to invite me to play. So I think with that one, that's like with friends, right? So I'd have to actually include you guys as friends and then 1v1 you guys, I guess. I guess that's why I never did it. I think I got like a third of the way into World of Light, the story mode, and then I just kind of got bored. It wasn't like I finished the Brawl Subspace Emissary. I was like that because the cutscenes were just so cool. It's like that; those were the rewards, you know. So it's just unfortunate that there's not much. There's no cutscenes to really tie the story together, you know. So then we got elaborate sticker PNGs to boost your strength or whatever, and then it's like it's almost like stickers or color splash, where it's like if you don't have the right sticker, then you lose. Because there's some of them where it's like the floor is lava, and there's practically no way to win unless you use anti-lava floor sticker. So, anyway, just felt like that was like becoming repetitive like that, where it's like I'm just using the stickers just to get over the obstacle of like, yeah, it was like kind of dumb. But yeah, maybe I'll look into how the mechanics of doing a Smash Bros. Thing. Probably like next month or later. Because I already figured out what I want to do for this month. So, but yeah. It was gimmicky. Yeah. 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 I felt like you could just replace lava floor with electric floor. Or now they got something else, and they only got like so many characters, but they want to do the spirit of Slippy Frog. So it's like, oh, let's choose, I don't know, Wario, because he's got some side B, and it's like, oh, okay, sure, let's go with that. There's just close enough approximations of maybe like one move or something, and it's like, oh, okay, sure. Um, yeah. Anyway, um, it was fun for a while, and then it's like, oh, once you get into the loop of like, oh, I need an exact sticker, and you have to go find it or buy it or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's kind of lame. Like, no matter what you can do to, you could have a 9,000 power sticker, but you can't survive with, uh, it's too much air is blowing. Oh no, your 1,000,000% thing sticker is not working. Haha, you can't even get a punch on him. Whoa, it's like, oh, great. Like, the basic mechanics of playing a game is not enough, with the, not be you could be a pro level, uh, 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 player, and then if you don't equip the right sticker, yeah, yeah. So I think I'm probably gonna get PTSD if I have to like go back into it and be like, oh no, there's these stickers. They're just stickers, like a Paper Mario. Thankfully, Dousing Your Door was before they introduced stickers, so it won't have any of that nonsense to deal with. It's got badges and actual tactical battle strategies. Who would have thought? Where you can use a hammer whenever you want, regardless of whether or not you have a hammer sticker. So, yeah. So I'm excited for that. I've had some unfortunates with my pre-order. With GameStop, I had like a $50 gift card from a coworker. So thank you very much for that. Fortunately, I put the gift card numbers in, and it said, "Yeah, you're good to go. Way to go! You did the thing and get the gift card, and you only have to pay like the $20 out of the 70 you have to pay for the whole thing because of the $50 gift card and tax." So I was like, cool, okay. So that was like in March, and then literally like 2 or so weeks ago, I got an email and it like described like how much I have to pay. It was like, you have to pay $66 on your credit card and 0 in gift card. I was like, wait, what? So I had little contact information, at the bottom. I was like, contact us for if something is wrong. And I was like, yeah, something's wrong. I used a gift card, and it's like, it says that I didn't use it. But it's like, it says that I apparently used the gift card, but I didn't take it as minusing it out from the credit card or something. So I was like, what? So I went back and forth with went through the revolving door of contact people at GameStop. And they were like, yeah, sorry, what's the number on the card? And it was like, I don't know, I drew it away because it looked like it worked. So didn't have the card. And then they were like, oh, okay, well, we can replace it with a virtual gift card, I guess. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. But went through like 3 or 4 guys at GameStop, emailing them, and they were like, what's your name? What's your email? And it's like, I'm literally emailing you. What do you mean? But yeah, it seemed like every guy, they were like, yeah, it seemed to somewhat be registered as a gift card, but it's like some clerical error with our system didn't actually take it as a money thing, so it just kind of defaulted to like putting it all on your credit card instead. So I was like, what? So I was like, okay. And of course they made it up by giving me a virtual gift card, so I got essentially the money back so I can buy whatever I want now. But it's like, I barely buy physical games, so I don't need any toys. So I was like, I don't know what to do with, because I only really bought the Paper Mario pre-order because I wanted it on physical, and I don't want to use Amazon, because I barely use Amazon anyway. So I was like, oh, it'll be fun to do a GameStop. Maybe I got a pre-order or something. That'll be fun. So yeah. So Uh, thanks, I guess, GameStop for getting it back to me, I guess, with the money. But it's like, yeah, like the one time I use GameStop and the one time I use a gift card, and then it just breaks. So I find that happen more often than not, where gift cards seem to not work. I had like a check. I had like a birthday present check from my grandma, and she gave me like money with a check, and I accidentally put one number wrong, and they were like, "This is invalid. You have to pay $4." And the bank, said that, and it's like, you don't get the money. You have to pay us now. And it's like, whoa. So I went in and be like, okay, what do we do, guys? It's like, can we solve this a little better? Like, Lily, I have the check. I just typed it in wrong. And it's like, can we fix this? And they fixed it, but it's like, having to spend the time to like fix it is just like so much more of a hassle. It's like they don't want you to, they make it a hassle to like fix it. But it's like, if you make a general mistake, it's like wasting so much time. So that's what I've been having to deal with a lot of. Like, I barely use gift cards. I barely get checks. So it's like, it's just weird. Like, that had happened twice. Whatever the quote is, where it's like, oh, it's just weird that, I had a nickel for every time that, this kind of stuff, clerical banking stuff doesn't work. It's like I would have like two nickels, which is weird because like that shouldn't happen that many times. So, I think I'm okay now, but it's like, man, it took like half a week of just going back and forth with the GameStop guys of like, hey Jim, how you doing? What are you talking about? Okay, you got this card, and it's like, what's your email? Geez, okay. And then Chris was like, hey, you have a card. What's your email? I guess we can give you a card. And then Stefan was like, hey, what's your email? I guess we can, I don't know, find out what actually happened to your card. Cool. And it just went on for days of like trying to figure it out. But it's like, jeez. It would have been a little easier if I still had my card and I'm able to just punch it in. But somehow they were able to find that I had a $50 card. So it's like they knew that information. So what not? It was someone in their system, but they couldn't fix it on that order. So I don't know. Guess I'll get something else. Whatever. Yeah, when it Switch 2 whatever comes out, I could just buy next launch game or something. I don't know. Later. It says the cards doesn't have a due date or a deadline, so I guess I'll be okay. I don't know. I can use it whenever. So that's neat. Do. Right. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Someone's, let's see. Well, it starts song. No, that's not Silk Song. I was thinking of the little beetle guy, little bug guy. Huh. Star Song must be DLC. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's worse is like having to deal with Amazon's website, which I literally get like annoyed and frustrated whenever I have to like use the website to try to buy anything. So it's like I just give up. I just don't buy anything from Amazon. And I was like, well, what's else? I don't know. I don't think there's even a GameStop near us. Even in my neighborhood. We used to have like a something else that sold games. That was really close I could walk to. But they got closed into a bread shop where they sell Panera or something. I was like, huh. Cool. I mean, as a kid, it was like, like a candy shop where it's like, whoa, look at all these PS2 and GameCube and oh, wow, that's cool. And now as an adult, it's like, oh, okay, a salad, cool. Oh. So, I guess I could have used Best Buy or something, but I don't know. And out of pre-order bonuses are like UK only for like the Paper Mario diorama and like some stickers or something. I don't know. Seems like there's nothing actually going for it. I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh well, yeah. The only reason I bought it from GameStop in the first place was because I had the gift card. I got the gift card first. I was like, cool. I can use this to buy the pre-order. So that's what happened. That's why I used GameStop for that. So that just forced me into their hand, and they were almost like, well, this is what our system and clerical errors are just gonna happen, I guess, sometimes. Whoops. So, still 2 weeks away, and I guess I got that reprimanded. So I was like, I guess we're good, but it's just, yeah. Great. Yeah, if I buy any other games, I'll just go to, I got a Target, so I'll just go there, I guess. And if I need anything physical. So I like getting the larger games physical, like Smash Bros. And any other big AAA games. Like I got Odyssey on physical. They had a coin that came with it. And some have a tradition of getting every Splatoon physical. I don't know. But for the Princess Peach, I just got that digital so we can play it faster. Without having to install it. So anyway, let's see. So I'll take a lunch, and then try and get back to this, and hopefully I'll be able to animate Sunny and Sunny's mom, and then get that going for you so you can see it tomorrow. And then we'll also do the Sunday stream, starting at 12 p.m. PST / 3 p.m. EST. So we'll catch you later for that. Where it'll be our duo stream for my mom, and be a little special little activity with that. So, let's see. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, we will see you tomorrow, which is weird. So, see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys. Yeah, have a good day. Yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah. Okay. I had to like skip my down a little bit. Well then, thank you for watching, and I will find a button to take me out. So, thank you guys again. All right, bye bye.